Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you came to join me today. All right, so you may be wondering why this plant is in front of me. Well, actually, the lesson that I'm about to deliver came as a result of having this plant. Yeah. So, about a month ago, this was brought to my home. Just a little branch. I think we call this gojitan. They say it's called big thyme. In some countries, it's known as oregano. Now, what is the point of having this on the channel, on the video tonight? Okay, so I decided that I wanted to plant this, but before planting it, I would put it in water so that it would grow some roots. Then I would plant it. I placed it in water near the sink in the kitchen, and a little anxiety started to kick in after a week or so. I mean, I expected to see roots sprouting, and there were no roots. So I'm like, what is going on with this? Is this thing not going to grow? Anyway, I gave it another 2 weeks, still nothing. One morning, I came to the kitchen and I'm like, hmm, but I thought I placed this somewhere near the window, but it was nowhere to be found. So, upon further investigation, it appeared that someone had accidentally thrown it out of the window. So, this means that it fell out of the window, the plant or the branch went one way and the bottle the other way, and it spent an entire day out there in scorching heat. Anyway, when it was retrieved, I say, something, I don't think this has any potential anymore. Nothing can come out of that. But anyway, I still gave it a little chance. So I put it back in the bottle of water and I kept checking on it, still nothing. And I almost gave up. Then one day, I took a closer look and I realized that there was a little hope springing from it. See? There is a root. It was very short. So I'm like, okay. And a few days later, more roots. So what lesson did I learn from that? I will tell you what I learned from that. I learned the lesson of patience, which is something that's lacking in many of us. Because something does not happen at the time that you want it to happen, it does not mean that it's not going to happen. Remember, people, lovely people out there, that the Lord our God has the right timing for everything. And there is a saying that I learned from one of my mothers in the faith overseas. She said to me one time that the right thing done at the wrong time can produce wrong results. So there are many times that we are so impatient and we act hastily and we forfeit many wonderful things that could happen. Now, just imagine if I had decided, boy, that thing fell out of the window, it spent an entire day and a night outside. There is no way that anything good can come out of this. Then you know what would have happened? I would have robbed this plant of one day showing its true beauty and being able to help others. I know once it is planted, in the future, there are many people who will use its leaves to make herbal tea. There are those who will use its leaves in cuisines, in cooking. So we have a biblical reference for that. Like every message I bring here, I have to ensure that there's something in the Bible. Do you remember Sarah when the angels came and said, Abraham, your wife is going to bring forth. And Sarah laughed, ha ha, I am an old woman. How can I produce? And when the time was going by, Sarah was like, boy, Abraham, God said you're going to have a son. Well, it's not going to happen through me. So you're going to have to go and go into my servant Hagar. And we all know what happened, the discomfort that was created both for Sarah and, well, for Sarah, Hagar, and Ishmael because Sarah got impatient. And that's what happens when we get impatient and we decide to move ahead of time. You see, we rob ourselves and other people of many great impacts. You know, we rob ourselves of many great lessons. Patience, when we exercise patience, then that becomes experience, and experience brings hope. So, whatever it is, it could be a job idea that you have. It could be something that you want to see you're battling with, and you feel the more you pray, the more you fast, the more you get counseling, you're just not getting over it. Just be patient, give it time. Maybe your children, you have been praying over your children, certain things have been happening with them, and you don't know. You're fed up, and you want to take certain decisions, and you know in your heart of hearts these decisions will not produce very good results. Just be patient and wait. Wait on the Lord. Do you remember David? He was anointed king, yet he had to be patient and wait until Saul's reign was over. Even when Saul sought to destroy David, David had an opportunity. He had opportunities to kill Saul. Yet he decided no, because David was a very patient man who understood the ways of the Lord. And he knew that all things would happen in its time. There's a scripture that says, He makes all things beautiful in its time. That's a wise King Solomon who said that. He makes all things beautiful in his time. So while you may not be seeing the fruit that you expect to see, whether in your own life, whether in your children's lives, or whatever the situation may be, I just want to encourage you to be patient and give it time. It will happen. See, don't try to force things to happen. Just everything has its time. Because when we are patient and we wait, there's an old saying, we say, good things come to those who wait. And there's also a scripture verse that says, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So just be patient and wait. Don't rob yourself by giving up on your dreams or giving up on your children because you don't see it happening in your time. Remember, just always remember my plant. Okay, remember this. I almost gave up on it because it fell and it had to endure certain conditions. And I thought that there nothing could come out of it. And look today, you see, so I can soon place it in the ground. And like I said, eventually it will serve great purposes to different people, whether for in culinary arts or whether for health purposes. But it's going to spring, and many of you who are familiar with this plant, once you plant it, it spreads like a hedge. Okay, so just be patient and give it time, please. Patience is a virtue. God bless you.